It's called
Where we heading?
Hi, how's it going? It's good to see you. It's been a while. We're here in, what's this little bit called? Is it like Westbrook?
Westbrook.
Yeah. Beautiful. It's right by the sun deck where I hold an annual party, and you DJ there like all the time for Pride. And we're here on Where Are We Heading podcast, walking and talking with Zoe.
Hey!
Zoe, where are you at?
Oh, it's so nice to be walking with you guys.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Well, yeah. We're going to head to the youth club in our minds.
That's where we're heading.
We're going to cast our minds back to the youth clubs from our previous lives.
adolescence.
I want to hear all about it.
Teenage one.
Yes, we were like us as teenagers.
Well, there we go. This is where we're going spiritually.
Right, okay.
We're going back. I want to hear all about your youth clubs. Or like if you didn't go to a youth club, I'm curious about, were there spaces where you and your mates hung out and made music, and was music a thing that you like socialized around when you were a teenager?
Yes.
And it doesn't have to have been in a youth club or a recording studio or rehearsal room. It could have just been like in your bedroom listening to music, or in the car listening to music. Like, yeah, I'm curious because youth clubs are really occupying my mind a lot at the moment, and I love them. And I went to an amazing youth arts club when I was a teenager, which was like a proper studio in an old church up the road from a theatre, and it had blacks in it, and it was like fully kitted out, and it was absolutely amazing. So I'm curious about other people's experiences of youth clubs and music.
Kim, do you want to go first?
Oh gosh, wow. Well, I definitely didn't have a youth club as cool as Pie Factory Music.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, shout out already.
Yeah. Which is where Zoe is what's your official role at Pie
CEO.
Factory? CEO.
Yeah.
Pie Factory Music, obviously amazing hub here in Ramsgate, and one of the last. It's one of the only youth clubs, like
The last youth centre in the whole of Thanet.
That's
crazy.
Ridiculous. Has that been a massive drop off in the past 15 years?
Yeah, you're exactly right.
That's surprising, isn't it?
I know. Funny that. What major policy came into place about 15 years ago that saw the slow decline of statutory services? Yes. So over the last 14 years, youth services and youth clubs have seen a real terms drop of £1 billion.
Whoa.
That's a lot of money.
Yep. Hundreds of youth centres closed.
Wow.
Over thousands and thousands of youth workers lost their jobs. It's been devastating.
I bet crime's gone up in that time as well, right?
I think that's a reasonable assumption to make, Dan. In fact, lots of evidence shows that has certainly happened.
Who would have thunk it?
As well as, young people facing a crisis in their mental health and well-being. I mean, you don't need me to go on about this stuff. Like, we all know it. But what we do at Pi, which is really special, is we continue. That's the first thing. So we managed to carry on.
We open the doors.
We keep the doors open. But we also do lots of music stuff. And we've got a recording studio, and we've got a rehearsal room with loads of instruments in it. And we have musicians in our team and lots of other wonderful creative people. And music is a really big part of our sessions and our culture and what our young people bring to Pi. Yeah, it's magical.
I love that.
Yeah.
Kim, do you want to talk about your youth club experience, or do you have...
My youth club experience is I used to rollerblade and mainly hung out at the tuck shop.
Yes, it's all about tuck shop. Do you have a tuck shop?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I had a Freddo problem. I'm yet to find a support group for it.
But I'm sure they have rooms for that, mate.
I found that it was very crafty, as in there was also arts and crafts, but it wasn't super performing arts orientated. So
where was it?
This was basically in Penge. It doesn't exist now, of course.
Yeah.
But I kind of
R.I.P. the tuck shop.
But I suppose the main sort of music stuff I got involved in And it's weird because this is like the deep dark archives of my history, and it's come up twice on this podcast now. But my first experiences of recording, I was in a hip hop group called Zero Gravity.
Oh, I like that.
And they got me in as the singer, of course, because every like hip hop group then needed just like one female singer, and then I convinced them to let me rap.
Yes.
It was so bad.
Have you got any recordings?
Do you remember?
Never will I ever share them.
Oh,
no.
It's so bad.
Oh, you must.
So bad. So this is like 17-year-old me with like my head gelled to my forehead, thinking I'm bad, but I was such a neek. But yeah, it was really bad. But that's how I first learned like what like a DAW like looks like, and how to like record on a microphone, and where to like stand, and how far to be from the mic and stuff. So kind of learnt my like fundamentals from just like my friend's sort of like bedroom studio.
That's really cool.
And were there other young people in the group?
Yeah. So we were all kids, and so when it got to the point where like I managed to go to get into the Brit School when I was 14, but when I got into that experience, I wasn't quite as intimidated by the studio equipment, even though it was a totally different level. But I was like, my friend Dan had taught me like to stand a hand lengths apart from the pot shield.
Mic technique.
Yeah, mic technique. And I was like, I can do this, because I felt very out of place at the Brit School, and I had, it was just, I had like very limited. I basically got in through the skin of my teeth, basically, and like hang on the whole time I was there. But so I guess my experience of youth clubs is more, I don't know. I didn't find socializing super easy as a kid.
Okay.
And I think now it's because I realize it's because of the neurodiversity, but I definitely had that sense that I'd say something weird or awkward all the time.
Yeah.
So it got to the point where I just stopped speaking.
Right, you had that fear. And that fear was so intense that it wasn't worth kind of talking.
Yeah, so everyone thought I was super shy. So when I started singing, doing music, everyone was like, how can you perform on stage and do that?
Yeah.
And then you just don't say a word. So at Brit, everyone just thought I was like this mute for like between I was 14 and 15. And then when I was 16, I was like, I'm going to have to start talking to people. And I sort of came out of my shell a bit more. But yeah, everyone thought I was a weird
That's a very common thing for singers in bands.
Yeah.
A lot of the Pearl Jam, for instance, a lot of the band members say that what's his name, Eddie? Is it Eddie Vedder? Or is that the guitarist?
Yeah, the guitarist.
Everyone said that he was really shy, but like if you look at any of their performances, he's like climbing up the rafters. He's like,
this is the art of performance, isn't it? And it's like the superhero cape that people put on when they get on stage that enables them to be someone who they feel for whatever reason they might not be able to be in their day-to-day lives. I know that about so many of my performer friends.
Yeah.
My dad was a performer. He was a composer.
Oh wow!
And a singer. Well, he was an actor for 20 years, so he was like the ultimate performer. And before that, he was in the circus. So he like did everything.
Yeah. Did you grow up in the circus?
No, but we did have a unicycle in the basement.
Yes. Isn't it you and I cycle?
Oh, my dad would love that. That's a nice dad joke. Thank you, Dad. Pass that one down to Dan today. And he could juggle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
His story is that he got into the circus because he could play the clown theme tune on the organ.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah. So yeah,
wow,
I mean,
multi-talented.
Yeah.
Multi-instrumentalist.
Yeah. He could do. If he had an idea, he would commit to it. And then he'd get bored and start something new. That doesn't sound familiar at all. He'd be great on this podcast. There was a way to bring him back from the dead to get him to.
Well, I've got a friend who's a psychic. Maybe we could talk to
do some channeling.
Yeah, totally.
Oh man, that would be so cool.
Do you get inspired by your dad? Then?
Oh yeah, so much.
Because obviously you kind of seem to be working in a field that.
Yeah, it's really similar because he was a community musician. So he composed and arranged music for lots of different types of music groups that he set up. But going back to the youth club thing, it was called Duke's Den because it was connected to this theatre down the road, which is called the Dukes. And Duke's Den was where they had local authority employed youth arts workers. So they had people who were artists in their own right. At the time, it was, the great British export was music and art and theatre.
Yeah.
So So there was a lot of, you know, there were programs and funding around
Cool
to
Britannia.
boost this, exactly that, off the back of Britpop and all of that. Guy Morris, who was one of the youth arts workers, who was the guitarist, would start every session as young people were walking in, playing a set from the old Grey Whistle Test.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it would be someone like Jody Mitchell, Jeff Buckley, Bob Dylan, you know, some of the greats. That was like my first experience.
You were a cool kid.
Arcade Fire was because Guy was listening to the record in sessions, and we were like, oh, who's this? And so these sessions would happen after school, but also during holidays, like, you know, summer holidays and half terms and stuff. And you do like a week intensive theatre project with a performance at the end. It was just so great. You just don't get that anymore. And what was really
you do.
We just only get that where I am, where I facilitate.
Has that been like a big thing for you? Like when you took over as CEO?
Hi, Alan. Hi, this is my friend Alan.
Hi, Alan.
Hi, Alan.
You too. When you took over as CEO,
he's a counsellor at Pi.
Oh, is he?
Oh,
We
nice.
should get him on.
Oh, so many lovely people.
When you took over as CEO at Pi, was music a big part of what you wanted to achieve and kind of provide?
It really would be if I didn't have all my time taken up with stupid things like buying youth centres and fighting funding cuts.
Do you want to talk about that?
Not really.
No? Okay. But do you want to at least talk about the good news that you just received?
Yeah, well, yeah. So after 15 months of campaigning, we have just received the news that we're going to be allocated a large capital grant, which will enable us to buy the premises that we operate from, which has been at risk of being sold by the local authority who currently own it. So from the new year, hopefully, if everything goes to plan, it will be ours, and then we can do some really cool stuff with it.
Literally just walked into the sunshine. As you've been saying that.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. The campaigning has been intense.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
and you've just been everywhere and on it and trying to drum up support, and there's so much support for the youth centre locally.
Yeah, there really is.
And it's so important, and so it's fingers crossed that it's saved, because it really needs to be. You can tell how much it means to young people.
Yeah.
This opportunity and space that you're providing them.
When I was doing my interview for the CEO gig, I messaged Guy and I said, have you got any old photos or videos from Duke's Den times? And he sent me some stuff, and I was able to like show it as part of my interview. That's being like, amazing. Look, I was a young person. This is me at 14, and I was making these crazy films and putting on these music nights for young people. And this is why I'm so passionate about it.
That passion's so clear to see.
Guy, did you have a guy? What was your youth club experience like?
I went to this Jewish school called Cheder, and they had a youth centre at the synagogue. And then there was another place called E1, which was when I kind of moved more into London when I was like 16, into central London, which was around Barbican Way. And they had a whole music recording studio, and they recorded young bands, and it was incredible. We paid like £1 a time to go there, because it was all subsidised if you lived locally and you're a young person. And like they built a community. They like did EPs with other artists that were there, and
brilliant.
It was like really like
it's so cool. I was in a band when I was a teenager, like at the same time as Duke's Den stuff, and and it was just like, I'll never forget those years, that friendship group. I was the girl singer and there was 5 boys.
Yeah, cool.
And they were just like really lovely lads who just really loved music, you know? And so we started this live music night at Duke's Den at the youth centre called Really Loud Music.
Yes.
And it was just us and our mates' bands all playing, and it was just it was so much fun.
Do you still play music?
Not so much. No, not in recent years. I've done lots of singing over the years, and I still sing bits here and there. A couple of years ago, I was doing some sessions with the Institute. Institute people who are amazing and really lovely, and obviously, Steph,
is that
who
Huey?
was Huey's thing.
What,
Steph, who was the predecessor.
Serious talent.
Seriously talented.
Wow.
And my lovely friend Steph, who ran Pi before me, who is an incredible musician. So I'm really inspired by musical people all around me. But actually, in the last couple of years, I've been doing more writing, creative writing.
Oh, nice. Yes, because you run that night.
Yeah, so I run
What
a
night?
monthly writers' night. But I mean, I do very little.
Yeah.
I do very little. It's my friend Ali, really, he hosts it, and I just liaise with Deke to book the venue every now and then. So we run this monthly writers' night called Writing in Progress, and it's just a space for it. It comes off the back of another night that was run at the Tom Thumb Theatre by Kit Proudfoot, who's a brilliant comic writer.
He's very funny.
He's so good. He's so good. We love Kit. And
I miss him from the Chumps comedy nights.
I know. Bring back Kit.
Yeah.
But we kind of got his blessing to do a version of Inklings after he wound it down, because there's such an appetite for people to bring and share their writing. And what it's kind of like an open mic night. And we keep it to 7 minutes. People share all sorts of different writing. I bring short stories inspired by a certain iconic concrete brutalist tower block building in the area that we live in.
I love it.
Because there's always some mad shit happening in that unnamed building. And people bring poetry, monologues, duologue.
Oh, cool.
Bits of script, bits of performance they're working on. And it's always amazing and totally inspiring. And yeah, so that's been more my bag.
When's the next one?
Years. 12th of Jan, I believe.
Go.
Whatever the second Wednesday of January is. Yeah.
Do you feel like it's, I don't know, like it co-feeds, like staying in touch with your creativity, like co-feeds your motivation to help with youth services and making sure they remain creative?
Oh, definitely. Absolutely. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do the day job if I didn't find a lot of fun and joy in it.
Yeah.
And it's almost like I have this like internal, almost physical barometer of my current work, where if it's really heavy on the, on the fundraising, the strategy, and I know I have like a feeling in my body that makes me go, no, I need to balance this out with a bit of silliness now.
Yeah, nice. That's so cool.
And
you're aware of that and you act on it.
Oh, 100%. And we're based in a youth centre, and most of us are youth workers. So there's always some silliness around.
Nice.
You have to be ready to duck for Nerf bullets at any moment because you don't know who might just be hanging around the corner with a cheeky little Nerf gun.
I love that. That's so cool.
We should introduce that into every workplace.
Yeah.
Like just have like a little trampoline in the corner.
Oh, I'm
Nerf
totally
gun,
here for it.
Some like funky like Dracula teeth.
Absolutely.
We had a hard email.
We had a board meeting, and it was like the first one after we welcomed some new trustees to our board, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a long day. How can I make this feel a bit like fun? So I bought some water pistols and just filled them up and left them on the table for everyone. And everyone walked in and was like, what is this? And then every now and then, if things were getting a bit boring, I would just shoot someone with a bit of water. Because,
That's so good.
Get to the point, Helen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Are you sure you really want to do that?
This could have been an email.
Yeah. Give me my pay rise. Because, we're in the business of inspiring young people. We're not in the business of being boring and slow and, and sad. The work has to feel joyful, and it's only going to feel joyful if we are joyful doing it,
Got to
I'm
remember that.
big believer in that.
Oh, that's sweet.
Always find some time for fun.
We used to clap whenever anyone walked into the room, into our office. We used to all stand up and clap.
Oh, I like that.
And
I
kind of instigated it because I felt like it diffused situations, but also made people feel very welcome. Like you can't help but like kind of put a little smile on if people are standing up and clapping you walking into the room.
Absolutely, that's great. I'm taking that back to
in
the
the
office
morning
today.
for the first time, not just like if they've gone to the loo.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, well, sometimes.
Well, yeah,
but like, it's more about guests as well. Like,
Okay,
yeah.
nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but.
Oh yeah, that feels fun. I think things like that are so important. Running a charity in this economic climate can be really scary and sad and you know, you get a lot of rejection funding bids and projects that don't come off or whatever, you know.
How do you look after yourself through that process?
Well, I try and find time for fun, you know,
That's
and
great.
being silly and breaking up those feelings of, oh, this is all really big and scary and it's not really in my control. Okay, well, what can I control? I can control that for the next 15 minutes, I'm going to make someone laugh or, you know, do something that takes me away from my computer. And
I'm really going to take this home. With, like, and like, use it in my day to day. Like, I used to, you're reminding me of things that I used to do that I no longer do. Like, I used to have dance breaks all the time.
Dance breaks. Yeah, I'm totally here for that. And Adam, who used to work at Pi, who was a young person who came up through Pi, will attest that I made us do a social media dance thing when we were recruiting some new roles, and this was before shit got real with the building and I had time during the day. And I was like, okay, we're recruiting 2 new people to Pi. What message do we want to send out as our recruitment materials? Adam, let's do some dancing. I was like, oh God, again. Zoe.
Well, he was a wrestler as well, right?
Yeah. I mean, he talk about the ultimate showman.
Yeah.
Adam Pullman, we miss you. Come back to Pi soon.
Yeah. How's he doing in Bristol?
Well, he's coming back. We'll find out.
Okay,
I
cool.
hope he's having a lovely time. But yeah, we do miss him very much. Yeah. It's so important, this stuff. Having fun.
It reminded me, you were reminding me that someone told me once, when things get too big, focus on the small things. Yeah. So it's like, you're like, what's in my control? Or like I could just go for a walk now.
Yeah.
Or I'm just tired. I need to look at my core needs. Like, maybe I just need some food right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's quite hard to step out of those situations though, sometimes, isn't it? And realise that, like, whether it's a short walk or a meditation or a dance off or whatever it is.
Nerf guns.
Nerf guns or water pistols. Like, it takes a second, really, in the grand scheme of things, but it makes the world a difference. Yeah. That's really good. I'm inspired, Zoe. Thank you.
Oh, well, you're welcome. I do feel like no one should work a job that makes them miserable. Like, life's too short for that. And I learnt that from my dad. There was a time where he was in a job that was making him really unhappy. Yeah. And he lost his sparkle. Yeah. And I learned about 16 when I was watching him in that time. I think I learned I don't want that to happen to me. So I'm going to do everything I can to be in a job where I can make things feel joyful. Yeah.
I think that's really important. It's something that we've spoken about quite a lot as well. It's like that balance between earning money and doing what you love, right? And kind of focusing on that joy. Like, personally, I've kind of, we moved out of London, then we downsized. We've like done everything we can to kind of keep up the lifestyle and work style, the work that we do, because my wife, she's an illustrator as well, and I work in music, and to try and keep that world. I don't know, it's like not everyone has that opportunity to be able to do that.
No, and I think as well at Pi, we employ lots of sessional youth workers and creative practitioners who might just do like 1 shift a week. So they're not going to be making, most of their income from Pi. So and actually, in some cases, they're not getting paid a great rate, but so how can we make their time at Pi, if it's short, as joyful and as fulfilling as possible? How do we make that slice of that week feel really nice. Fun and like they're appreciated and valued and doing something that's going to make a difference? And I hope that that's how most of our team feels. Certainly how I feel.
That also passes. Sorry, Kim.
No, you go.
That also passes on to the young people as well that you're working with.
Right? Absolutely, no one wants a miserable youth worker. Like, that's the worst promo ever.
Yeah. Sorry, Kim.
No, I was just saying, but I said in turn it also energizes the youth workers as well, because I've always had youth work run alongside pretty much everything I've ever done. Even when I've been a musician full time, I sort of, through my publishing company, we founded a program to help like emerging musicians who were like, around 18. So there's always like the element of like helping nurture and develop energize other people energizes me as well.
Yeah.
So I think like for them, yeah, it may be not their main income, it may be just like one session a week, but I'm sure like it really energizes them and inspires them. Because sometimes like if when I've facilitated sessions, especially with like younger kids, and you like introduce them to ukulele or guitar, and they're like, this is the coolest thing ever. And I go home, I'm like, I really want to play my guitar.
Yeah.
The guitar is the coolest thing ever, and I forgot, and I can do this at any time.
Yeah, because I'm a grown up.
And it just sort of reminds you how amazing music is. Or when somebody like works out their first harmony, or they record their first song, and you're like, this reminds me of how that new feeling and how magic music actually is and creativity is, and it makes 100%. You kind of just want to sit down and like just get to it.
You asked me earlier, when I became CEO, did I want to be doing more music stuff? I think actually one of the things that I've enjoyed the most is handing over the music stuff. Because my responsibility came finance and fundraising strategy and, you know, sustainability and HR and all the other stuff that comes with being a leader. I had to hand over our emerging artist program, which was the project that I had created and brought funding into and grown for a number of years. And I had to hand that over to Moa, the wonderful Moa. Incredible person. And it was just such a great feeling, because it was like handing over something that was very precious to me and to Pi, but knowing that it was going to have a whole new lease of life in the safe pair of hands of someone who is really creative and inspiring and just a really all-round great person. And then watching over the last nearly 3 years her journey taking the program to the next level, and all the exciting new people that she's brought into it, and all the young people who've come through it since, that's been a real privilege.
What buzz.
Yeah, really, really nice. Like, here's something that we've got. It's your turn to look after it now. You're the guardian of it. Let's see what you can do. Oh, it's been brilliant. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I really appreciate that. And for that reason, I think I would find it really hard to be self-employed and freelance. I think I need a team around me.
Yeah,
you know?
interesting.
I need to be with other people who can pass things around and share responsibility and, you know, have ownership of something for a time and then pass it on. I think there's something quite special about how the work travels between a team.
Yeah. No handovers when you're self-employed.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
It's always
no delegation.
No.
It's like collaboration as well, isn't it? It's the kind of more minds than one is.
Yeah.
You're kind of bouncing ideas around.
Yeah.
You get that joy is great.
I think collective accountability is really reassuring, especially for a neurodiverse person who's tried to work within more team structures and not be self-employed. Is that it was like a nice safety net of knowing, like, you know, we succeed together, we struggle together. You know, that's the thing. You sort of, if you mess up and you're self-employed, it's just there's no one else to blame.
Yeah, there's no,
Oh, yeah.
There's no safety net.
No, there isn't.
You're not really held by a team.
Well, it sounds like you're really kind of nurturing such a beautiful environment for not only the young people that you provide for, but also the kind of youth workers as well.
And yourself.
Well,
and yourself,
I inherited a beautiful thing from Steph, who inherited the thing from Mike, and you know, there's a real legacy of care of that level at Pi, and yeah, I'm having a lot of fun doing it now. But you know, in the next season of Pi, when it's someone else, I'm sure it will also be brilliant. So it's about we're like the little caretakers of this thing that is so much bigger than just us, you know.
How could people support Pi?
You can donate by going on our website, having a look at some of the amazing services that we run. There are lots of ways to get involved with our work. A follow on Instagram is also great. So yeah, we're around, and we'll be around forever now.
Yay!
Yay! Subject to funding.
Yeah, subject to funding.
Subject to funding.
We'll include all the links in the description. And wow, what a walk! I'm inspired now. I think I mentioned the word joy quite a lot because I missed it. A lot this year. And I think hearing about someone like yourself who makes it such a big part of their day, like it's inspiring. So thank you so much. Zoe.
Well,
Thanks for
you're
coming on the
very
walk with
welcome.
us.
Thank you so much for having me. I've had a brilliant time.
I'm looking forward to your dance breaks.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to start the clapping thing at work. That's going to be absolutely hilarious.
It might be nice to wish each other and everyone else a very happy, lovely
New Year.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on the other side.
See you in 2026.
See you in 2026. Bye.